Just go then.
Oh, we're live.
Hello, everybody. We could be live right now. I do not know. But if you knew the amount of time and effort that we've put into trying to get this stream to work today, I mean, it's just not even funny. It's not even funny. It really isn't funny. I'm just biding my time while we wait for people to get into the stream. I've set up, how many? 17 different streams now on 17 different platforms. So I'm just going to check my phone to make sure we are live before I carry on talking absolute dire to myself. Right, we are live. We're live, Cam. We're live. I'm going to give it one more minute for people to get in just so they can enjoy the intro. This is a live podcast with me and the boy, 1,000K. Is that right?
No, 1,000. That's like 1,000K is like a million, isn't it?
A milli. He's on his way to a milli. 100,000 subbers. Cameron Jeffers.
Look at that tan line. Look at that tan line. What are you saying?
Woo! Cameron Jeffers is in the house. Is everybody ready to get this podcast underway? You ready, Cam?
I am, but can I just say, you're such a rookie at live streaming. You didn't even go live with the event. You went live on a brand new podcast. So everyone's waiting for everyone's in the old scheduled podcast waiting for the podcast, but it's not going live on that URL.
Tell them I'm here. I'm not a rookie. Do you know what it is? Do you know how hard it is to try and set a stream up in Streamlabs and arrange a stream in YouTube's brand new studio and then make them all go live at the same time? It absolutely boils my piss beyond belief.
It's not hard, mate. It's not hard. You just stop making excuses.
Shut the fuck up. Hello, everybody, and welcome to a live Grupetto 2.0 with me, Chris Pritchard, and the boy that everyone seems to bloody love at the minute. It's Cameron Jeffers with his Ty Woofenden hat on as well. Nice.
Everyone seems to love me at the minute. What's that all about?
It's me. I'm jealous, motherfucker. I'm jealous. God damn it. Facts. You can't hear my sound effects, can you?
I can, yeah. You're looking very dark today, mate. You forgot to turn the light on, have you? What's going on there?
It's sunny in it out. It's sunny out. I'm tanning, mate. This is tan.
Tan? No, the whole your room's dark. Look at me. I'm very vibrant and light. You're just like.
It must be reflecting my attitude and my mood at the minute, then, mate. Because I feel like absolute dog. I mean, how hard? You only spent 10 minutes trying, maybe 20 minutes, but how hard was it trying to get everything set up for this live stream? If it was a normal live stream, it'd be fine. But we've got a pre-record that we want to roll out to everyone, and how to do that within StreamYard is, well, it's impossible.
It's not counter argument there, Your Honor. If you'd have recorded the initial interview in the correct fashion, in the correct way, we would not be in this issue. All right,
everybody. Hashtag cancel Cam right now. Cancel him. Let's get him back down to 0. The cocky little shit.
Mate, it's not. All right, whatever. Roll the clip. Come on. The viewers want to see it.
All right, everybody. As I might have got on the thumbnail, we do have a special guest. Me and Cam had an interview on, was it Monday or Tuesday, with a World Tour rider?
I think it was Monday.
Yeah, Monday. We were lucky enough to sit down with this World Tour rider. So we're going to play this out for you for the next 15 minutes. Enjoy this interview, as I'm just going to go down here a little bit. In fact, I'm going to do this. And
now what?
We're going to play this amazing interview from Cam. Hugely honoured to have one of the best Bosch sprinters in the podcast, and I'm not talking
We've
about.
finally got a proper sprinter on the podcast,
an actual
Chris.
proper sprinter.
How do you
feel?
We're
not talking
How do you
about
feel?
Myself. Well, it says it in my name there, second best sprinter in this meeting. Andre Greipel, absolute pleasure to meet you. Thanks for joining us and coming on the podcast.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Yeah.
Right. First up, I guess we should talk about the thing that's kind of affecting everybody's lives at the minute, and that's the lockdown. As a professional, how have you been dealing with it? How have you been getting on with it?
To be honest, for me, it couldn't be better. Of course, I know how hard it is for the whole world, not just the sport events, etc. But I know that because of my injury, I wouldn't be able to race anyway for the moment. So for sure, it's not nice to have no goals at the moment, and nobody knows when the first race really gonna happen. Even there's a calendar out now, but we are not sure yet if it's really gonna be the first race we're gonna do or not.
Do you think it will be? Do you think it'll all go ahead like it said?
I think
you've just subscribed to the second best cycling YouTube channel on the planet.
Because that's what we are training for, and that's what we are preparing ourselves. And everybody who knows how hard it is to prepare without goals, it would be the best for us that we finally can race again.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think us as cycling fans want to see it. We're getting a little bit bored here, aren't we, Cam?
Yeah, we're getting a bit bored. I think as long as there's some racing this year, if we can kind of come to some sort of agreement and say, all right, just the top tier, just like the Grand Tours go ahead, or just the classics go ahead. If there's something to kind of focus on and work towards, then I think that's the main thing, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Right, Andre. Obviously, you're not here because you want to be on the best cycling podcast in the world. You have it. You're here for a message, and you want to let everybody know about it. June 3rd is World Bicycle Day, and you've got a massive initiative going off with Strava. Do you want to explain to the people exactly what's happening and how they can get involved in it?
Yeah, we're gonna present a challenge on Strava, which is called the Ride Around the World. So what we want to have is show that how strong a bike can be, how strong a community can be, and if we're connecting to each other, that we can ride around the world, visualize it with the kilometers. And that's what we want to do, that everybody, no matter what, it's not just if you're going to do a Strava challenge, you have to edit and compete in that challenge. But we want to be presented on the whole social media world. It doesn't matter if you go to the bakery or to the gas station or whatever by bike, post a picture, put the hashtags in, and by that we can bring awareness to ALS as well, and show how strong the community is, and how the bike is like when it got developed. It was the most common thing to move around and transport things and things like that. So that's what we want to bring back into the mind of the people, and especially also to support the ALS awareness.
Yeah, for sure. I think we've seen with this whole lockdown, the amount, especially here in the UK, I don't know if it's the same over where you are, but the amount of people who have now got their bike back out and started riding again. The initiative couldn't have come at a better time, really, for that.
Yeah, it's crazy. Even in the area where I live, it's crazy how many women also start to go on the race bike, which is a really nice thing. And I mean, small bike lanes are starting to be highways. Come on. But it's a really nice thing to see that. The world is a little bit on hold. Everybody, starting to have less stress around the normal life, and starting to realize how good it is to move around without a car, and use your own power.
Definitely.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I think it'll be interesting to see after lockdowns finish and the world returns back to normal, whether people continue cycling and kind of it's a bit of another kind of boom phase. You know, like we had here, Chris, after the 2012 Olympics, everyone started riding bikes. I wonder if it's going to be the same sort of situation now, and there's going to be, it's going to be a big sort of boost and a big time for cycling, I guess.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, and I've seen a massive increase in people on Zwift as well. Now, Andre, just moving across from the real world to virtual. A couple of years ago, we saw you take part in was it Andre and Friends? Was that right? That you did a massive Zwift ride?
Yeah.
Have we got anything like that coming up? Where us
we've
can
done
come and join you?
We didn't do as many, or we've done already this year our ride.
I've missed it. I forgot.
Yeah, it was beginning of February. I think 13th or 14th of February, something like that.
Oh, Valentine's Day. I was taking my wife out.
But it was. I mean, of course, the virtual racing world is booming, and until then, this was the biggest event or ride together on a virtual platform, which I was really honored that I think it was like 9,100 took part in that race, and it was a really nice thing. 2 days later I crashed, but and then I was injured, and then I just could ride on Zwift. But for sure there will be more rides coming up. I mean, there are plenty of rides now on Zwift where you can ride and compete against professionals.
Cam,
but for the moment,
we should try and set up a race with Andre.
Yeah. What about racing, Andre? Have you done much racing on Zwift?
I've done one proper race. Actually, I tried to prepare this Eurosport Tour of All. I had to compete in one stage, and I think 3 or 4 days before I thought to myself, okay, I have to start to get to know this racing. So I did one, but I won it. But even I did so many mistakes, I had no clue about all the buttons, etc. But it's pretty hard.
Probably one of the only pros to win a race, eh?
Yeah, but I think that kind of shows that there's a big kind of distinct. People like kind of maybe traditional pro cyclists just think it's all about power and the strongest guy wins, but in Zwift there's a lot more tactics involved, and it's you kind of learn how to play the game as well as having big power numbers. But yeah, you should do more of it, man. It's good to see.
I tell you, I was around 6 weeks looking into a screen because of my injury. So I'm so happy to be able to ride outside again. But yeah, of course, also my trainer, he always says, okay, it would be really good if you just do this 30-minute races on Zwift just once a week. Would be fine. Just to get this blood taste in the mouth again.
Yeah. Right, Andre, we know we haven't got much time, so we're going to finish off with a few quick fire questions, if that's okay.
Yeah, fine for me.
Cam?
Yes. So the first question is, who is your best mate kind of off the bike within the professional peloton?
Yeah, Master Zibek. It always was because all my career we used to room together, and also family-wise we really come along quite well.
Amazing. Most talented sprinter of all time, and you can't say yourself.
I mean, you can have as many talent as you want. If you don't train, it's waste of talent. But I think you have to make that question different. Who was the most successful sprinter?
Okay, no. Let's change it. Who is your all-time sprinting idol?
It was always Cipollini, just from the Star Wars.
All right, favorite race to kind of watch and to participate in?
Flanders.
Nice. What's been your most enjoyable win?
I would say the first stage win in the Tour de France, 2011. But of course, you normally have to name all the Tour de France wins you have. But of course, 2 times Champs-Élysées is also nice.
Yeah, for sure. If you weren't a cyclist, what would you be doing?
Something outside, I guess. Like street worker, like building roads or something like that.
Nice.
Something manual.
Getting a proper tan.
Yeah, full tan. Green jersey or rainbow jersey?
Green.
What's your one biggest tip to someone who wants to get better at sprinting?
Proper tip. Keep trying to push the pedals as hard as you can. No, I mean
You're right.
I think it's the whole muscle sling you need to have and need to work on. And I mean, of course, when you have slow twitching muscles, you also can improve your sprint. So if you want to change the slow twitching muscle into faster ones, you have to push the pedals and start working on your 6 to 10 second sprints.
Nice. Right. Think very hard about this one, Andre. What is your favorite cycling podcast?
I really like this Life in the Peloton from Mitch Docker. I'm honest.
Come on.
Because I think it's just because we are such a big community with into cycling, and he really has a lot of people where I come along with as well, quite well. So it's really nice to get to know them better.
Oh, wicked.
I'm sorry.
That's fine. That's fine. This is
Honesty is the best. Honesty is the best policy. Should this be the last one, Chris?
No.
Wrap it up?
No.
All right. Well, anyway.
I've got one more after this one.
Okay, I've got one more as well. So who is your most fierce rival? Who's been your most fierce rival throughout your career?
I have no fear. I have respect, but no fear.
I like it.
Yeah, that one.
The 21st stage of the Tour, Paris-Roubaix or Milan-San Remo?
Roubaix.
Nice. Last one, Cam?
That's it, mate. That's all for me.
Andre, thank you very much. Reminders of where the people need to go to get involved in the Strava Challenge?
I mean,
website?
if you... yeah, for sure. Just follow my social media channels. And then you can, of course, get to the Strava link if you are, of course, Summit. You must be a Summit, how you say?
A member?
User?
Subscriber.
Summit member. Yeah.
And then you can participate in the challenge. And get the badge after you compete in the challenge.
Perfect. That sounds awesome.
Awesome.
Dankeschön.
Perfect. Thanks for supporting this.
Thank you.
Have fun.
Thanks for coming on.
And keep improving it, then I can name your podcast too.
Wow. Ouch.
No. I have to get more into it. I'm too old for all this podcast, but these podcasts are really booming at the moment. And when I was alone on the road, I was listening to a lot of podcasts, but now I'm starting to socialize a little bit.
Yeah, man. Well, we'll send you.
Trying to get to train with my teammates.
We'll send you the link and let you have a listen, and hopefully it'll be at least in your top 3.
Perfect.
Cheers, Andre.
Auf Wiedersehen. Ciao.
Ciao.
Absolute burn.
A legend.
What a burn from him right at the end there. That was pretty.
That was a burn, but mate, you gotta respect it. Whatever Andre says goes. You know, he's the man.
Would not mess with that mother hubbard.
No, you wouldn't argue. If he says that he doesn't like this podcast, then that's it. Let it be.
We'll delete it.
Let it be. Yeah. Quit YouTube. We'll both get normal jobs. That's it.
Before we quit YouTube, if we were to quit now, at least one of us has a brand new goddamn plaque on the way.
Yeah, I was apparently someone's like it might not come for another 8 months or something. But I know a guy who's just over 1 million now actually. And so I messaged him and asked him when he got his 100K plaque, and he said it was after a month. And then but he hit 1 mil 2 months ago, and he hasn't got his 1 mil plaque yet. You get a little basically it's like a photo frame. For 100K it's a silver one, and then then you get a gold one, and then I think if you get like 10 million, it's like a diamond button.
Yeah.
But it's just a little bit of a memento if you're for surpassing the milestone, you know. So yeah, it's pretty sick.
Yeah, you did it because I think it was only a couple of podcasts ago when we were saying and we were joking, like because you were like all confident that you were going to be hitting it while we were still in lockdown, and I was like, no chance. And all of a sudden you sent that message saying we're at like 99,900, and then boom.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, I don't really track my I don't really like look at my stats that much on YouTube. You know, I just post my videos out, and like that's it. I obviously read the comments and reply to all the comments, but I don't.
What? Oh, what? You post videos out?
Occasionally. Okay, when I feel like it. No, I don't. But I don't look really much about the data or the likes or the how many subscribers I've got. And it was only actually a few days ago, a couple of guys were messaging me like, "Oh, Cam, you just hit 99K. Like you're nearly at 100K." I was like, "Oh shit!" So I am. And then according to like Social Blaze stats, the predicted was like 2 weeks until I was hit 100K, and then there's like 2 days later, it's like, Chris, I'm going to hit 100K today.
It's crazy how it just snowballs. Because I bet you've surpassed it. I bet you've hit over like 1,000 subs since then.
Yeah, just about 100,941 as of right now. So,
right, question for you: if you were to start on zero right now, zero subs, what would you do? The same thing again, or would you, now you know what you know, would you do it slightly differently?
I'd definitely do it slightly differently, because I think that I could have skipped a year or two, of nothing, or not of nothingness, but of like just uploading the same thing every day, like the training vlogs and stuff. And I know people have always loved like the training vlogs. Like you're always going to get that hardcore cycling audience, which enjoys that process of following, an aspiring cyclist, the training and all of that, and the racing and stuff. But I think if you want to kind of succeed on YouTube, you have to do something different, and you have to kind of appeal to more of a mass audience, I guess. And it's about making engaging and captivating content for more than just your average Joe Blog cyclist. I want to entertain a runner or someone who's into fitness and exercise, whether that's playing football, and it's just about creating content where it's got that kind of storyline and the sense of adventure from start to finish. And it's I think I'd definitely skip a year or two, I think.
Yeah, because you kind of started, it was like around 2015-ish when it was kind of Casey Neistat drew the rule book of having to put content out every single day.
Yeah, and that's
all good and well when you've got a massive audience, but to build an audience, that doesn't necessarily build it, does it? The same way your content does now. Yeah,
and I disagree with that as well. I know obviously Casey's Casey, and he's got a lot more subscribers than me, but I don't think. Look, I was told basically by someone who was a very good friend at the time, the way you're going to grow in this platform is by uploading videos every single day. And I guess you kind of get into a bit of a rut. So you're thinking, oh, I'm not doing anything today. I'm doing a hard training session, and the weather's shit, and it's going to be a rubbish video, but I've got to make one anyway. So you kind of force yourself to make a substandard 7-minute flipping vlog, right? And it's like you upload it onto YouTube, you're not happy with it, you don't really want to post it, but it's content, and content's king, and you have to upload videos to be recommended and to grow on the platform. But I've learned since then that that's not the case. There's some of my favorite YouTube channels that I enjoy watching, for example, the Zach and Jay show. They've never done that. They've never grinded out the content. Every single video they've uploaded, they might upload one video every 3 weeks, but it's it's quality video. It's got a great story to it, and it's I think that's the key element. What's going to retain viewers and make people want to watch your videos, rather than just, oh, there's another video from Cameron and he's not doing anything today, but it's another video, so I'm going to watch it. And that's not the case, because you might grow a little bit and you'll get to a certain plateau, or you'll get to a certain level, but then you'll plateau, and the channel isn't really growing, which is what we saw last year when I think I was at about 20, somewhere between 20 and 30K subs for a long time. And I think it was around between 30 and 100. It's gone pretty quick.
Well, I hope that's the case for me as well.
What are you on now, boy? 23.8. Man's doing bits though. Man's getting up there.
I don't know what that means. I'm too old to understand what that even means, Cameron. Man's doing bits. I tell you what, I am doing though. I think I'm going to start my own gaming channel because I've been. You've been watching the content. Have you seen the mod on GTA?
Yeah, so I've not seen it, and I was going to watch a video on it earlier, and I purposely didn't because I knew we were going to talk about it today. So I thought, maybe some of the viewers haven't, and the listeners haven't heard of the mod. So let's explain it. I know it's something to do with your riding. It's like Zwift, but you're on GTA. What's going on?
Jonathan Levy posted something on Zwift Hype saying that someone had made a mod for GTA, and as soon as I heard that, I was all over that shit. Right. And listen, my modding experience and my coding or whatever it is that's going on. Well, you've seen me on this. I have no freaking idea what I'm doing when it comes to anything technical. It needs to be spelled out for me. But I was like, right, I'm going to commit to this because I love GTA. I love gaming. I love riding my bike on Zwift. So it's a winner.
You love gaming, but you're bloody useless at it.
All right, everybody. That was Cameron Jeffers. And now it's me, Chris Pritchard. Dickhead. Well, he's right. So listen, Cycling Sean, don't mention that name in here. So I got up Sunday morning and I downloaded GTA on Saturday night and I sat there for 6 hours. 6 fucking hours trying to get this mod to work. And eventually I got it. And then I ended up streaming it in the afternoon. And it was absolutely hilarious. Like you can ride it. It's a bit glitchy, but essentially, it's just the same as Zwift. The resistance changes on the hills. The climb goes up on the hills. There's a little Garmin in the corner. It's amazing.
It's not like a separate game you have to download. It's actual GTA you download.
So you download GTA, then you go into the GTA files and put this mod into it. So when you press a button, a bike appears. You jump on your bike, and then you can just run around on the bike. What I didn't realize until the second time I streamed it is you can actually get your weapons out as well. And then that's when all hell breaks loose.
So, and apparently you can upload it onto Strava.
Yeah, so it also creates a fit file in your computer. So then you just basically take that fit file like you would any other fit file. And then
so it doesn't. So you're not like riding around flipping San Diego on. Wait, is GTA 5? Where's GTA 5 set?
Los Santos in it, which is
Los Santos.
Yeah.
So on Strava, it doesn't look like you're in LA. It looks like it's just like an indoor training file, is it?
Well, no. The thing is, when I uploaded mine, it went onto an island similar to like Zwift, some just random island in the middle of nowhere. But I saw someone screenshot, and it was actually around the hills of LA. It's absolutely mental. I don't think it'll go anywhere but it's so cool.
And do you think it's going to be the case? Do you think it's going to be a situation where GTA developers ban this and block the mod, or do you think it's going to?
I'm sure, like they're pretty. I don't know. I'm not massive on the mod scene, but it appears that they don't mind as long as you're not modding online. I think because you can only do it in story mode, so it doesn't ever affect anybody else's game.
Yeah.
So I think they'll kind of let it. But I noticed that Shane mentioned that. There's a little computer that appears in the bottom corner that looks just like a Garmin, and typical to like GTA when they just change the name slightly of a company. So instead of Sprite, it's Sprunk. They've changed it to instead of Garmin to Gaming, but then Garmin got pissed about it and they've asked them to change it. They were like,
they want it to be Garmin.
No, they don't want anything. They don't want it to be anything like a Garmin. Obviously, the game is quite hello, man. The game's quite violent, isn't it? And obviously, some people don't appreciate having their brand associated with that. I mean, it's a no-brainer for me.
Yeah, any publicity is good publicity. We both know that. Yeah.
Isn't that right, Cameron? Listen, you won't be sat on 100,000 subs right now if it weren't for that publicity. So you kind of got. You've got to support. That's why I'm saying you should get in some drama like H3H3 and Keemstar at the minute. That's going on.
Have you been following that?
I've been trying to.
What side are you? Are you Team Keem or Team Ethan?
I wanted to be Ethan, but then you start listening to Keem, but you don't know who's bullshitting.
Yeah, I know. I've always been a bit of a Keemstar fan, so it's like,
mate,
it's hard to take sides, isn't it? Because I think there's both sides have done wrong, and both sides have got the points. So it's like try and take a neutral stand, but it's like, mate, both of these boys, they're like the elder statesmen of YouTube. These are like the people everyone else looks up to, and they're like the parents of YouTube. Just stop it.
Stop it, mom and dad.
Be free. Yeah. It's like mom and dad getting a divorce, isn't it? Just stop it.
But maybe
just be nice.
They're doing this on purpose. They're like, hey, come on.
I mean, what drama is ever real?
Exactly.
Like I do think there's a bit of beef. I know there's always they always dig at each other in the videos and stuff. I know there's some beef, but I mean it's always amplified for financial and viewing gains, right?
Do you worry that I'm going to go back in some of our footage and find something of you and then put it out as cycling news and rip you to bits?
Crack on, mate.
For them views, because man's got bits.
If you can do that, and if you can get bare views, I will take, as long as you give me 15% of ad rev for that video, I will say, crack on, my son.
All right.
Crack on.
I don't think I've got anything. I wish I did.
I've got a picture of you naked from France.
Have you?
Yeah, I don't think you know about it. It was at night. It was in the middle of the night.
Hey, he had a massive stiffy. No one's gonna care about that. Like
my guy is hung like a horse.
Most people have probably seen me in the buff at some point anyway.
I'm joking. I haven't really. That'd be cool though. I mean, would it be? No, it wouldn't be cool. Oh, no, I don't even know.
It would have meant you came into my room and had a bit of a spy.
Hey, you had the good room in France, didn't you? I remember that. You had the double bed, man. I was in the singles.
That was a tripping off, that weren't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, what else is going on?
What else is going on? I'm in my life.
Yeah, man.
I'm making a new video in the next few days, like 100K special. I've also got another
new video, guys. New video coming from Cam. Right.
I'm actually two new videos. I've got another Zwift type video, and I don't.
Whoa! What do you mean?
I'm kind of reluctant to make
like those. Motherfucker.
Oh, someone just pulled out on someone outside my drive. Jesus, I know it's just a witness to crash outside my drive. A young girl just pulled out on a car that was driving. Anyway, yeah, I got a new video coming, 100K special video, which should be pretty cool. It's a lockdown edition, another kind of cycling adventure like I did last week, but a lockdown edition, 100K special. And we've got a Zwift video coming to your faces very, very soon as well. Didn't kind of wanted to step away from the Zwift content for a little bit, but a pretty good opportunity has arisen. So yeah, that's my plans.
Ooh, that sounds exciting, Cameron Jeffers.
What about you, Chris?
Oh, mate. Well, what's happening? Nothing. So one of the reasons we're doing this live right now is because of some of the issues that I've been having on my laptop with this whole mod thing. I seem to have downloaded something that's causing major issues on my computer. So we were just chatting then. It took me an hour and a half to render a video that should have, I mean, this is rubbish. This is boring shit for anybody that's listening, but it should have taken, 5-10 minutes to render? It took me an hour and a half. So yeah, I'm a little bit stressed and a little bit pissed because I've been wanting to put some decent content out and I've not been able to get any done.
Injury. How's the injury?
Thanks for asking. It's almost like we're reading the chat, mate. Cheers for asking. Do you know what? Some days it feels absolutely fine. Then others, I'm having to wear these bad boys. Ish.
Look at them. What are those?
These socks. Look at these socks. Do you know what? These socks, best socks I've ever had. Best socks, comfiest socks I've ever had. Not for riding or out, but see you later. Bye. What was that?
What is it? What is it with you and pink shoes, mate? You've got a pink pair of you got 2 pink pairs of Nike shoes. Why pink shoes?
Why not? The question is why not?
Because they're just very outlandish, aren't they? You walk down the road, everyone's going to look and go, "What a plonker! He's got bright pink shoes."
Hi Cam, I'm Chris Pritchard. Have we not met?
Yeah, granted.
So yeah, it's still a bit crap because I've got, believe it or not, I've got outdoor content that I'm trying to produce and make, but the videos I want to make I can't do at the minute because of my goddamn foot. So hopefully next week we're going to get some more content out. My channel seems to have been gone a bit down as well, like recently. I'm not getting them bare views. I don't know if everyone's started to go back to work and they're sick of watching YouTube and Zwift, but who bloody knows? Who knows? Let's wrap this up, Cam. It's been a pleasure. It's been an absolute pleasure.
It has. Thank you for having me as your second special guest again.
Co-host. Can you believe we have Andre Greipel on?
Mental. Who should we get next? Froomey?
I mean,
fuck
no.
it. Shoot for the stars.
As much, well, he's not the stars for me, is he? As much as it's amazing having him, I wanted a bit more. It's hard to, like we said afterwards, didn't we? Like it's hard to like get the chemistry and get the banter rolling straight off the bat when you're meeting this guy for the first time and he's like, who the fuck are these two? Do you know what I mean?
I remember so before we started recording to the viewers, before we started recording the podcast, Chris goes, the first thing he goes is, "Hi, I'm Chris. Have you ever heard of me before? Do you know who I am?" He goes,
"Wow,
no.
Oh no. Shut the fuck. No,
mate, that is true. You said that. You said, "Have you ever heard of us before? Have you ever heard of me before?" I'm Chris Pritchard. He goes, "No."
I've got the video. I've got the video evidence.
Post it then. Post it.
This is what happened. Hello, Andre. I'm Chris. This is Cam. Did Laura tell you anything about us? That's what was said. Don't start. You. That's the type of shit people with 100K say. Do you know who I
am? No. He goes. No. His response was, "No, I do not know who you are." It was something like that because I was like, "Mate, that is not a good start. He has no idea who we are. This is not going to go well."
I'm gonna post this. I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna edit it so it says, "I do know who you are." Yes. Do you know who I am? Yes. I wonder if I can get it to cut him saying, "I love your podcast."
Has he ever said that before? We're going to have to find a clip.
As long as he said love, there's a podcast word in there. We can definitely cut that up.
Let's do it. Right. Thank you, everyone, for listening. I'm going to wrap it up here today. This is my considering Chris.
Start the music. Start the music, dickhead.
I've no look. My hands are here. They're not in your studio. But Chris did call me his co-host, so I'm going to take the privilege today and say thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, especially if you tuned in live. And until next time, I've been Cameron.
And I've been Chris Pritchard. Thanks for watching, guys. Oh, shit. Sorry, Cam. Let me finish it with you.
Cheers.
Time to subscribe, you dickhead.
Subscribe to Chris's channel. He needs the subs.
Thanks for watching, guys.